and to kind of make it work.
I was in the Boo Radleys and K class, so I was doing like shoegazing, Dinosaur Jr. rock, and then going off, and then in Liverpool, then driving over to Manchester and taking ecstasy and being with K class and doing dance music in the Hacienda. What a whore.
I spent 2.5 years on the dole after Goldsmiths College, determined not to get a job until I got a record deal.
We met in Burger King in Lewisham, and he was into music, and we went back to his flat, and I just had my first Breed album pressed up, second album I'd ever done, and we sat and listened to the record.
I remember the first time I saw him play live, which was in Deptford in 1993, I think, and I went down to see him, and it was just a really bad, messy sound, because it was like a shitty little pub. But what cut through was his vocals, and I thought, this is really cool, I can actually hear what he's singing, and it's coming through the whole, it was kind of like a Nirvana, acoustic, distorted, mess, basically, at that point.
Acoustic guitar, and I'd be playing bongos. Our first band we called it Ashtray Heart, from the Beefheart song. You use me like an ashtray heart.
And then after the show, I went up to him and said, listen, do you want a bass player? Let's play together.
It was I suppose, quite a dark period, and that's kind of where the whole first record kind of came from.
Trying not to get beat up after leaving the pub, kind of thing, and bringing a bag of socket chips back to his flat, and trying to write some songs.
I think we're lucky, I think we came in the back of 1995, 96. And we just sort of crept in at the back end of Britpop and did something different.
We were in a lucky position where we could just basically hold up, our demands and say, this is what we want. Who can give us this? So we ended up landing a really, really good deal.
Bands can't do what we did now because it's just changed so much in 10 years. So fucking much.
It's right here for the ride.
We want to go out there, we want to be the best fucking live band. Not just in Britain, but, in the fucking world. And I think we're getting there. I mean, U2, when they first started out, all they did was fucking tour America. And they toured. By the time they finished touring one end, they had to go back. It's like the fucking San Francisco Bridge. You finish painting it, you get to one end, you got to paint it again. That's all they did around the States. Because it's easy to tour, but if you don't go back there for a fucking year or so, people forget. There's too much stuff, But it takes graft.
There's a great deal of improvement to be made, Can be tighter, can be better performers, better musicians, better at connecting with each other when on stage.
Basically, the motto for this album has been, we must try it.
Well, the majority of it was done sort of within a period of 8 weeks. Then so it was, I guess, about 3 months recording spread over 5 months. I'm so not interested in making records that take like a year to make or 18 months to make. You just kind of, you don't remember where you began.
This feels like us right now. It's like we've said before, it feels like snapshots of us at that time in life.
I think compared to the last one, it's just more straightforward, it's more real.
In the studio we kind of go crazy. It's a song that rules, and we'll try out every keyboard and every guitar on every song to see if something might work. Sometimes, the three of us get together and we all play keyboards together, and that kind of thing. So it's not, you do that, and I do this, and that's that. It's still pretty open.
Now it's just kind of, hey, I'll pick up a guitar or a little keyboard line or something else, and just throw it in. I mean, just doing tracks in the back room just as we're finishing sort of recording and just looking for other songs and, put 6 or 7 ideas down, CD, pump to the band and go, what do you think of that? And it's really embarrassing, but the band, boys like that, brilliant, the rest of it's shit, but those two great. And do something, we start doing something, and I think it just shows an openness with each other, sort of confidence within each other, and an interest within each other.
Well, about 4 years ago, we started working with Dimitri Tikovoy as a producer, and we did sort of B-sides, and we did cover versions together. We did like Boney M covers and Kate Bush covers and things like that together. And often we'd find that when we'd go in and do these B-side sessions, and apologies in advance to the guys who produced the actual albums, they would end up sounding better than the records that we'd just made.
He didn't want us to be complacent. In a band, the fifth album could easily be going through a routine and kind of falling into a pattern of writing and just seeing things in one way. And I think the media kind of slapped us a little bit out of that, which some days was really frustrating, and some days we hated him.